What's going on, everybody? Welcome to season 2 of the Eskandy Sports Podcast. We took a little break, but I'm joined here with my guest now, Stephen ADEYEMI.
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 Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right, leave it in. We're in.
Right.
But yeah, Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You have a really interesting life going on right now.
Yeah, man. I'm originally born in Nigeria, but I kind of grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Went to high school there all 4 years and middle school, so on. So, played ball down there in the States for a couple of years. Then I transferred here to the OCAA conference. Play at ADEYEMI at the moment, and I still run like my media page and like produce highlights for college guys, high school talent, and pro guys also. So that's what I'm pretty much doing right now at the moment.
I love how you just call it a media page. It's called HighLevel.
Yeah.
You have nearly 60,000 followers. So I think you've graduated out of media page onto. You're building something special over there. When did that start?
That started about 2019. I was working for this company called Baller TV, and I was filming stuff for them at that time. And there was a lot of courts going on, a lot of events. Because I live in Vegas, there's literally a lot of AE tournaments going on in Vegas. Like, it's crazy. If you're in Vegas in July, they have the Summer League, AU, all the Adidas stuff, some like independent Nike stuff, big for hoops, like a lot of tournaments. So I was filming for Baller TV or whatever, and I was like, I could do this by my own self. So like I started a page called HighLevel. So like I kind of grew the page on like since 2019, and like because I would play ball too like during the season, and like after the season, like I always think like, oh, how can I get this page bigger? Like so like last year during the pandemic, I didn't play, so like I started traveling, going to different AU events like camps, like Pangos camp, like the CP3 camps, Nike camps, and like I just had it filming because like I play ball, so like I play in those events and stuff. So I just reach out to those just guys that helped me get into those camps. So I just reach out to them and like actually I could help film for them, and I just started doing that. And slowly I worked with a lot of like WNBA players when I first started, so that kind of gave me some publicity making them videos, because like not a lot of WNBA players get their name out there like video stuff wise. So I kind of did that, like started working with the WNBA players. I did some stuff for like NBA too, like I did other stuff with Kendrick Nunn and like PJ Porter and some other guys like I can't like them on top of my head if I was to look on my page. So I kind of did some stuff for those type of guys, and they kind of gave some publicity, and my page started going up from there. But like this past year was probably my best, 2021, because I was more consistent with getting like the good stuff and people want to see, and just helping those college guys out with making them like videos and stuff like that.
So from a content creation point of view, like how did you notice what built your page the fastest, or were you thinking about that at the time, or was it just kind of like, I want to take these super dope opportunities, and then if it grows, it grows?
I was just trying to figure out what works. Like I tried everything, like NBA, high school, like what works the best. That's kind of one of the hardest parts, is just trying to find your own range and stick to it. Like not trying to be all over the place. Trying to find what people want to see, what people want to watch. Was just that's what one of my first balance was, because I was doing a lot of NBA stuff, but I'm like, it's not getting any likes or any views, because like outside like Sports Center, Bleacher Report, they always gonna post stuff like somebody watching my stuff, they already got stuff like that. So I kind of started filming underrated guys that nobody really talks about, like filming like college guys, like stuff you don't really see, like so like posting stuff like that kind of helped me out when I first.
So you're filming?
Yeah, I film. Yeah.
So when you're here and you're doing like the season and stuff,
Yeah.
how do you balance, your filming obligations, and then you're hooping too? Like you're not just a social media guy. It's not just your social media pages.
Yeah. During the season, I have guys that film for me. Like I have guys in Cali, Vegas, New York, Georgia. Like I have guys all over the place. So like whenever a tournament come up, like I got a big star name, like if I want to film like Shannon Sharp or somebody big, like I just reach out to those guys and like tell them to go film, and like I cover them and whatever, and like they just send me all the footage to upload on on my page and stuff. So I kind of build connection all over the city, all over the state. So I usually know guys every state with that film, so I just reach out to them.
Yeah.
So they help me like film. So I just keep the page going. Just consistency is the key. Yeah.
So when did you start building that part out of it? Like, cause I'm still just solo filming, right?
Yeah.
But when did you get to the point where okay, it makes more sense that I need to get some people out here to just to be at more places at one time?
Uh, Around last year, cause like I talked to this guy, like he's Hoop Diamond. I don't know if you ever heard of Hoop Diamond. He kind of did a lot of stuff for like Colin Saxton when Colin Saxton was like coming up. He was like one of the main guys I was filming for him. So he kind of told me you just gotta be consistent. You just gotta get all the good stuff. Like just that's the only way you're gonna grow because you just gotta be all over the place with the high school basketball with the talent people want to see and stuff like that. Just yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of like that's when I picked the idea. Just having people everywhere because that's the only way you could grow. Really, you just gotta be all over everywhere.
You got to be everywhere, right? I'm actually trying to burn that right now. We got the everywhere sweater on
Yeah,
here. I'm trying to. I don't have anything. I'm not Nike. I don't have just do it. I don't have a slogan.
Yeah.
So we're trying to brand everywhere because I mean everybody has a million places to be in this
Yeah.
world. Like the athlete has, you have games, you have practices, you have to take care of your body. The
yeah,
coaches, same thing. They got their job follows them home too.
yeah.
So everybody's got to be at a lot of places at once. But you picked off these two major corners of the market where you're a player, but then you're also
Yeah.
you know doing the media for players. So
Yeah.
like what does your 24-hour day look like, and do you use like 95% of it?
So during the summertime, it's mostly just film, edit, film, edit. But like during school time, like as in right now, when I'm in season, I usually have guys hit me up like, hey, I need a video, whatever. I dropped like 40 this game, 30 this game, and whatever. So like they hit me up, guys. It's like mid major, high major, whatever. So like I'll go on Synergy. There's Synergy. Synergy is what I use because we use Synergy also. That's how we watch our film in college. So I already have access to that. So I go on Synergy, make the guy's video, blah blah. Take like 25 minutes to do that. Put it up on my page, tag him and stuff like that, and still get my schoolwork done. Blah blah blah. Practice, go to practice, film, wait, do all that stuff. Get my extra shots in. Then like do my schoolwork. Then before I go to bed, I try to somebody else hit me out. I try to make an edit or whatever. Finish that edit up, so I have something to post tomorrow when I go to school or whatever. And that's really all it is.
When you started filming, did you film with the idea that you wanted to build out a content page, or were you filming to film?
I was filming because I wanted to build something. Because like I saw there was like an open market and filming. Because like, everybody always want video. Everybody always want video. Because people want to go to college. People want the exposure. People need people like that picture, that video, that Instagram kind of thing nowadays. That's what people are chasing nowadays. Like, so I kind of figured out that market was kind of open. So that's why I kind of like jump into it because I see a lot of people starting to get into filming and stuff like that. And people always like post, hey, do you guys know any cameraman in the video guy? So that's kind of when I decided to get into that.
No, it's crazy because like obviously I do a lot of video as well.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the hoop mixes and whatever, and I have fun doing it. But like for me, it's like I have to show as much basketball as possible. It's just the kind of angle I've taken from it. Like I want to show, coaches and whoever that they're hooping, and then I'll look at some other stuff, not your stuff, but I'll look at other people that drop their mixes, and there's 4 baskets, and maybe an assist, but people just love looking like dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just interesting because I don't know how I feel. How do you feel? Like, what do you like to pack in a mix with as much buckets as possible, or is it just like?
Honestly, some kids like they just do it really for the Instagram and stuff like that. Some kids like they try to just keep it plain. Like for me, I usually tell kids like if you want to go to college, man, I suggest you post the raw clips of what you did instead of all that music, all that effects and stuff. Keep it clean because like you never know who's gonna watch the stuff like that. Like if a coach check that out, you see all your stuff is just effects and like music and blah blah. They're really not gonna watch it. They wouldn't be interested. So like I kind of tell them before I film them like, hey, do you want to just look cool or do you want to go to school? So like they kind of decide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Because like anybody will message me up for.
Yeah.
They'll hit me up for a mix. They can get me a mix. I'm like, yeah, but like, are you gonna are you gonna?
Yeah.
Like, it's like. I have no interest in like I like making dope shit. Like I like making stuff that just looks aesthetically pleasing and stuff like that. But my sort of corner is like I talk to coaches, I talk to scouts, I work with people, and like chances are like if you're getting a mix done, one of the schools that follow me are gonna ask me about you, and I don't want to drop something if you're not gonna.
Yeah.
If I'm ego, which is fine. Like you should do it because different generation from. Oh my god, dude, I'm only 25. I'm not that fucking old. But, you know what I mean? But like, it is also like there is a huge exposure element to everything that they do, right? If your Instagram's not all that, you're probably not gonna get picked up unless you have a real basketball head operating the school. So I don't know where I stand. My stance is inconclusive. I don't because I don't like making the clout chasing videos, but at the same time I understand them.
Yeah.
But yo, you have a really really interesting market that you're in because there's another conversation I have with some of the media guys up here. Like I talked to like Hezi and all these guys up top here, and up in Canada. Obviously, you have 60,000 followers. You're up top. You're that guy. But yeah, the conversation we have all the time is that like you developed your brand in the States, right? Right. So we always have that back and forth where it's like there's more talent in the States, but there's way more competition. Like those first few months when you're starting a content page where you probably have enough to film, there's definitely basketball being played, but you're just like here I think the market's getting saturated. There's a lot of people trying to do videography, photography, highlights and stuff like that here. Where you come up, it's 10 times as many people, right?
Yeah.
Did it feel like a war trying to make a content page, basketball content page?
Yeah, like when I first started, like the people I was cool with didn't really like it because like I don't know, it's competitive. Like people really didn't like because I jumped in and started doing the same thing and stuff like that, and it just kind of take clients away from them. But like that was really not my thing. My thing was just really just try to help kids out because when I was in high school and stuff, there wasn't any media or any people filming you with games. You just got to rely on is somebody up there filming the game or not. Like nowadays, there's so many exposure for kids and stuff like that. So I was just honestly, I was just trying to look out for the kids and trying to help them out, like go to college and stuff like that, and just try to give them publicity, like, because it wasn't as much when I was playing as how it is now. Yeah, in high school.
Oh, so you didn't have so. Let's go. Let's back up and go through your timeline a little bit. You said you grew up in, or you were born in Nigeria.
Yeah, then I came.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
So I was there till I was 10 years old. Then I came down here to stay when I was 10. So lived in Vegas about my whole life, pretty much like from middle school to high school till I left to college. Yeah.
So wait, so you were in Nigeria till 10, so you have memories in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because like I technically was born here and lived in Egypt, but I was in Egypt until I was like not even 1, right? Really? So like I don't claim having to grow up in Egypt.
Right,
but you grew up in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And now you're here. So you've been in 3, I would say substantially different countries.
Yeah.
So what was life like in Nigeria versus life as soon as you came to the States?
Life in Nigeria was like, I don't know, it was just more of like a grind, like an everyday grind. Like there was less opportunity that it is here. Like you just gotta be on top of your stuff over there, and just it's harder over there. Like as an opportunity making a living for a family and stuff like that compared to the States or Canada, it's like more opportunity, more jobs available, healthcare, funding, school wise, you know. Being able to like sustain yourself and stuff like that, yeah.
I mean, that's a deep way to put it. Being able to sustain yourself like that. But did you fall in love with basketball in Nigeria, or when did basketball get introduced to you?
I didn't even start playing basketball until I was like 11. So I started playing basketball when I got here to the States or whatever. Like I picked it up about 6th, 7th grade, middle school, then played till then.
So who do you look up to at that point when you're 11 years old? You just moved from Nigeria to Las Vegas, like.
Yeah, honestly, crazy part, I was looking up Akeem Olajuwon. He was like one of the greatest Nigeria players of all time. And I was like, that's the only person I knew that was like, I went on Google, look up any Nigerian that ever played basketball, you know, because I wanted to start playing basketball. So I looked up Olajuwon. He's one of the greatest power forward to ever play the game, and I was just like, man, this guy's nice. So, like, I just had to watch his highlight every day, and I'll go back to the park and try to do the move I saw, and like the sky hug, the spin move, and stuff like that. And, yeah, that was one of the guys I looked up.
I know you have a relationship with Kale Agada as well.
Yeah.
You guys are cool. But he says the same thing. Like,
Right.
And I tried to test him on it too. I'm like, okay, who's a better center, Shaq or Olajuwon? Olajuwon. I mean, he bit his tongue when he said it, but like, it's Shaq. It's Shaq. You'll never change your mind.
Even Shaq himself be like, man, Olajuwon was a bad guy, but
Olajuwon's more important, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're an American growing up wanting to play basketball, you have endless amount of people to look up to.
Yeah.
If you're a Nigerian wanting to play basketball, just like you, just like Caleb, he was more impactful. Olajuwon was more impactful.
Yeah.
He got people to gravitate to the game.
Yeah, facts.
So, it is what it is. So, you play your college or you play your high school basketball in the States. What's the high school grind like in, high school basketball in the States?
High school basketball in the States, it's all over the place. It just depends if you go on the right program. Because there's programs that just, it's just there just to coach. Just really not helping the kids out. And this program, like a Bishop Gorman, like a Coronado High School. Bishop Gorman is like one of the top, like, nationally ranked high school in the country. So there's programs. It just depends, like, on where you win. Like, if you want the skill development and get better, go to college. It just depends on what high school you chose. So, like, my high school I went to, we were pretty all right. We were pretty solid. We had a good foundation around us. So, like, it just depends on going to right school. It just depends what you want to do. Do you want to play basketball just to say, oh, I played basketball in high school, just to tell your friends, like, oh, I'm playing sports, or do you really want to, like, take it serious? Then you go to, like, schools like Gorman, Coronado High School, like Liberty. Those are, like, the top schools in the country and stuff. Like, it just depends on, like, what you want. It's like it's all over the place with Vegas. It just depends where you want to go with your future with basketball wise.
So you had to make that decision really early on, then.
Yeah.
If you're in the States, like, are you serious about hooping? Because then there's only, from what you're saying, like a handful of schools that are gonna really take you to where you want to go. So.
Right.
That's just so you've been to so many places, dude. Like, it's just I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it because, like, from Nigeria to the United States, and then you have to make a decision where you're going to go play college,
right,
where you're going to play university. What was that process like for you? Were you thinking about staying in the States? Was there anything that particularly drew you into Canada? Or?
Like, I was playing in the States for a couple of years, but then I got hurt. I tore my ACL my sophomore year in college. I was going to school in Montana, and, like, I got hurt there, and, like, COVID kind of hit, and the schools was kind of tight. Everybody was coming back because everybody got the year back, and, like, Canada, like, it's a different spot. Like, they have, like, pro leagues out here, so, like, kind of talk to the coach over here, and, like, there was more opportunity for me, right, to play because, like, COVID over there was kind of bad. It was bad here too, but, like, the talent there was, like, everybody was coming back. It was kind of hard to find schools with transfer. The transfer was bad because it was so backed up because, like, everybody got the year back, and pretty much everybody came back, and, like, coming here was a better opportunity for me to play right away, and, like, being experienced in a different culture. Like, I like trying new stuff, like being in new places. So, like, I was just like, why not just go for it?
Right. So the moment you get into Canada, the moment you get into Redeemer, that's basically Hamilton.
Yeah.
Right. What have you noticed in the difference between the way they hoop in the States and the way they hoop here?
The way they hoop here is more, like, as in school-wise and, like, this player is more fundamental, like, the details, the left-hand layup, right-hand layup, like, jump stop, just the little fundamental stuff, like clean pass, not, like, just playing the game the right way, not just being on the court just to say you're playing basketball, just playing the game the right way, reads, talking to defense. It's just so, the fundamental here is crazy. I didn't really expect it to be
over here.
So
we're textbook over here.
Yeah. You guys for sure play the game the right way. People in the States wouldn't really think how good Canada basketball really is, but it's really good. Yeah, for sure.
And we were talking about this on the drive down here, and I wanted to say it then, but I wanted to save it. But what the argument I've been trying to make pretty much since I started Eskandy Sports is that, like, if you look at the Canadians that go over to the States, I bet you the conversion rate of those guys going to the NBA or pro is higher than the American players that play in college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we send out gems to the States, right?
Yeah.
But that means our middle class is all split between right here and I mean some will get to the States eventually, but like so that middle ground of the guys that OUA players like they could play D1. Like they're not.
Yeah.
It just when you're scouting from an American point of view, you're obviously just gonna look for like the top end guys, and those are the guys to go over.
Yeah.
But our next in line here is it's tough.
Yeah, for sure.
And was that game against McMaster the first game of your season?
Second.
Second. So who did you guys play the first time?
Same player.
Same player.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually don't know that school.
Yeah, it's OCA school too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but like McMaster was the first time you got to see what the
what the OUA guy would look like for sure. Yeah.
I got you. But you're playing in the OCAA right now, but there is no games going on right now.
Yeah.
Our government here, provincial government here, decided to make a class system of who's playing and who's not playing, and you're limited to what you can say, but I can kind of say something. It's bullshit.
Right.
It's bullshit. I mean, I really vouch for these OSBA guys, like the prep level guys. I understand that they need to get offers and they need to hoop so they can they can get into university. But when you get to university level, college level basketball, these are potential professionals.
Right. Yeah.
So if we're talking about elite.
Yeah.
I think professionals are elite and amateurs are.
Yeah, it is.
So, how has that affected you this season? Like, was it like an unexpected sort of pause, or what can you say about it?
Yeah, it was unexpected. Like, literally, we played like our last game, probably like I think December 1st, and we're on the 5-game win streak. We're getting ready for finals. And we're supposed to come back and play on the 29th. We're supposed to play this number 8 ranked team in the nation, Western. We're supposed to play Western, and so we're getting ready for finals. We had like a week off, and like we kind of found out that like the game was canceled. I was like, okay, again.
Was it January 8th?
No.
That was right before that.
Before we were supposed to play that by 29th.
Okay.
Our last game we played was December 1st, so we're supposed to play the 29th. We get ready for finals. We went home. We were supposed to come back, so when we were about to leave, coach was like, "Oh, the games got canceled because like COVID stuff." So like I was like, "All right, cool." We were supposed to come back, play our first game. It was supposed to be January 7th, and they were saying like, "Oh, there's a COVID outbreak or whatever, and like a pause to the season or whatever." So I'm just thinking like maybe it's just gonna be a week or so, and then it became 3 weeks or 4 weeks pause now. Not sure where we're going to, like what's the next step and stuff. But like other schools are playing in the States, like other schools are playing in Canada. I'm just like we're vaccinated. We got to get vaccinated, double vax just to play, and like wear masks on the bench. Like we're doing everything like it's like I don't know COVID like. Nobody has the cure of COVID. Like stopping sport is not the cure of COVID. Like COVID is gonna come eventually. Like whatever you do, like nobody has the cure of it. Like so I'm like stopping sport is really not. It's not the savior.
And you nailed it, right? Like you've done what you can.
Yeah.
You got your shots. You're wearing the mask, and that's one argument. But that applies to everybody. That applies to everybody with business. Everybody that's just trying to be out and about and ending this thing. What I had really big troubles with is just, okay, like how we decided which businesses are essential and not essential. Here's the leagues of basketball that we think should be playing right now, or here's the leagues of sport that should be playing right now.
Yeah.
Everything about it has bothered me, like the entire way through, because at some point you have to think about it. There's probably a table, just like the one that we're sitting at, with a few people, and people make these decisions. Which is badly new. So that means, I don't know if Doug Ford's at that table or whoever the hell's at that table, but like, isn't it crazy that there's just, you get 4, 5, 6 people at a table and be like, here's how we're gonna decide what's popping. Here's how we're gonna decide what's open, what's closed, who's playing, who's not playing. And man, I feel for you guys, because look, you're not gonna get this year back. There's no way they're gonna let people get another year back because of COVID.
Yeah, no.
So, like, how much time do you have left?
How many years I got
Yeah.
left to play? I have 2 more after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are further, or you have more time left probably
Yeah.
than a lot of your teammates, and then a lot
Right.
of the guys in the
Hmm.
OUA and everywhere else. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's frustrating. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick pause here, make sure everything's all right with the cameras, and all right, we're back. We got cameras working, audio might be working. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully this makes it to the internet.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's circle back into the content creation part of things, because undoubtedly people are going to hear how many followers you have on your content creation account, and they're going to want to get to the level that you got to.
Yeah.
So what has the content creation journey been like? When did you start to see momentum, and what tips or advice would you give to anyone trying to be doing the things that you do?
My advice was like, my advice I would give to somebody, just, I don't know, find something like that you see is working, just stick to it. Like, once you find out one thing that's working, just stick to it. Like, because right now I'm doing a lot of just college stuff, right? So that's kind of helped me grow a lot, because not really a lot of people who's doing like college stuff like that, as much as like other content creator like Balls Live, Overtime, like also like Diamond, like Ball Dogs, like all those other guys. Like, so like trying to find something that fits, that works for you, like that you're getting likes of. So like I started just posting more of like college guys, and guys like the video I'm making. So I had like one guy, like Last Chance You, his name was Deshaun. He was like the I can't remember his last name.
I know. I actually follow him on IG too.
Yeah, kind of. I made a video for him and stuff that kind of blew up. A lot of guys, I get a lot of follower off of that. I did another video for JoJo. He played a Last Chance You too. It was like Joe Anthony, yeah, yeah. So I did a video for him too. So I kind of started doing the videos for like big time names like JD Jefferson. He's gonna be in the pick this year. Like kind of like big name guys, Those usually help you out, just doing videos for those kind of the big name, because that's what people want to see. It's really, the social media game is really what people want to see. Like what people want is like, just like how also I always posting LeBron all the time and Steph Curry, is because that's what people want to see. People could talk about what they always posting Melo Ball, but like it's all about the fan favorite, what guys really want to see. Like that's really how you really grow your page, is just posting what people really want to see.
I bet that your LeBron, Steph posts are doing well now, because you have a big following. But if you had 100 followers, 0 followers, 50 followers, stuff like that, everybody's posting. LeBron, everybody's posting Steph. So I think you nailed it earlier when you did mixtapes for JoJo and Deshaun, stuff like that. Was that your guys filming that, and then you put them together, or were you finding stuff?
When I did those were college guys, so I got those of Synergy.
Yeah.
So it has all the games, video of everybody that ever played the game. Like I could find Derrick Rose. I like when he was playing at Memphis, and like John Wall at Kentucky, like anybody from back in the day, like Synergy. Everybody's highlight in there. So I just got it off of Synergy. So like I just watched all the game film and just did the stats and like just made the video off of that.
Yeah, I would throw in there. I mean, I'm nowhere the level you're at. You've gone a lot further. But if you're starting locally, that's probably a good place to start as well, because you want to show people stuff they don't have access to a lot of the times, right? So you're at a different space now where people know who the people you're talking about are, and you can put videos together. But a lot of times, like your rep team, your prep team, your high school team, nobody else is making content for those people. So I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah, for sure.
And to learn, because you're gonna make a shit ton of mistakes.
Yeah.
I make mistakes all the time. Like I learn stuff all the time. So I mean, you don't want to make a mistake with a LeBron or with a Steph or with one of those videos, right? So
for sure.
But when did the switch flick for you? When was it like, oh, like this is getting big time?
So I went to my like actual first tournament really was like February. Like I went to like a Pangos Junior All-American class. It's like a bunch of top talents always go to that camp. Like Evan Mobley, like Lonzo Ball went to that, Melo Ball, like all those big draft names, like John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, all the way to those camps growing up as a kid. So like I went to kind of like the junior All-American camps. So like I kind of reached out. I was like, oh, can I come film? And I had like people hit me up. Like it started with like just like 3 clients. Then I got there. They was like, oh, you film? Then it became 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had to stop. I was like, I can't do too many.
Yeah.
So like once I started putting stuff out, it was like, oh, are you coming back to the next camp? So like once I started being consistent and going back to those camp, and people were like, oh, I need a video, because there wasn't really a lot of people like going to the camp to film those stuff at the moment, because it was during the pandemic and everybody was just really not doing much. So I started doing that, and just started with just 1, 2, 3. Like everybody just started like reaching out to me, and I was just making a little income without working at that time. And I was just like, oh, let me take this serious, let me get a better camera, better quality. So like. Always get better, but I think we're just always getting better every time, not being satisfied, like always improving, because like, people are paying for this, like you want to give them your best,
But you pull up to the Penguins camp, no one's paying you yet.
Yeah.
You go up there, presumably on your own dime.
Yeah.
The probably the grain that you have to put into the camera at least.
Yeah.
The lens, like it's an expensive game to get into, but then it's like, also, you have to go on your own will to build your stuff. Like, you weren't invited. You just showed up.
Yeah.
So
just started from the ground. Really, just really doing it for free, and just people like this stuff. Just want to reach out to you. Just start with 1 client, then 2 clients, then 3 clients. That's where I would just go up from there. Really.
Yeah. And I'll cut this part off if I'm tripping, but like your logo for HighLevel looks a lot like the Bleacher Report, the House of Highlights, stuff like that. Is that just marketing, or is there any alignment there?
I kind of changed it a little bit, like twice, like a couple of times, but like I kind of picked that because it just fit right in the H. Yeah. There's like an H and there's like an L in the bottom. Something simple, like just say, oh, that's an H, like just something. Yeah. Just solid, black and white. You can put on anything really. So just something just simple, really.
Yeah, I think my logo right now is like orange, purple, and a bunch of red and ass colors, and I can't match it with shit, and it's like
it looks good.
It's a struggle. We'll play around with it, but the next one's the last one for sure.
Yeah, that's why I changed my logo about 5 times, and I told people I'm not changing no more after this, and I haven't changed it since then. I kept changing. I'm just like, I don't know, I don't like this. It's just. It doesn't fit too well in the Instagram. Like, how the Instagram profile is? Yeah. That's my thing. I just wanted to fit something that's like, because it's a little circuit, something that just fit right in. Yeah. So I just like the H and the little L in the bottom.
But it's cool though, because people will look at your stuff and be like, oh, it reminds me of something else. I can probably expect this sort of stuff on this page. And that's what it is. So like you have nice symmetry there, and it's working out. But like we've been saying earlier, you're a hooper. Right, but you also have this massive platform that you've built yourself. Do you find people, or do you get upset with people that look at you more as one as opposed to the other?
Yeah. It's hard sometimes. Like, I don't know. Sometimes people are like, oh shit, you hoop? You play basketball? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I play basketball. Sometimes I go to events and film, and people don't think I play basketball. I'm like, yeah, bro, I play basketball in college. I'm just, this is just a hobby I like doing. Mm-hmm. And people are shocked sometimes. They're like, oh, shoot, you. They'll check my personal pictures, like, oh, shoot, you. Because, like, whenever people film for some reason, they always think they don't really play basketball. But I'm just like, yeah I play basketball, yeah. Like,
I don't. I don't. I'm not a hooper. Like, yes, you are.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd imagine it's frustrating, right? Like, because, like, but I don't know which one I would side with either, because, like, what you did with HighLevel is super impressive. Yeah. But you're also a hooper, so you want to be recognized as a hooper.
Yeah.
So like, how do you balance the two? Like, have you ever snapped at someone? Like, what?
Yeah, like friends. Like I have friends like I'm cool. I play with and stuff like that. They want to get free video off of me and stuff like that, just because we're friends and we play together and stuff like that. Kind of like pissed me off. And I'm just like, bro, I'm going there to film you with my equipment and stuff like that. Because just because we're friends and buddies and we play together, like it's still like I'm still working and doing business stuff like. I expect to be paid. Nothing is free in life. Like, that kind of pissed me off. Like when I like play with my friends or like, play with people pick up and say they're like, oh, come play. Just cause you play with them and stuff like that, they think, oh, just filmmaking stuff is like free and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of.
Dude, that's another huge thing with what you do and what I'm trying to do is just like, the cost of everything.
Yeah.
Our equipment costs so much money.
Yeah.
I go to bed at like 3-4 in the morning every night now because just working on stuff, and I don't even feel like I'm charging nearly enough. You know what I mean? And like getting the money part is so tough to reconcile in your mind, because it's like, from my perspective, like, I love the basketball community. I really feel for the people in the basketball community. I want to make content for them. I want to help them get exposure. I want them to go to college. I want to do all these things, but then it comes to like, okay, well, I just spent 4 or 5 hours recording for you, including getting there, getting back, and then I spent another 4 or 5 hours making the shit.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, but it's good that you have boundaries. Like, yo, this is like, my time should be compensated.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to do that.
Yeah, I really don't like mixing friends and stuff when it comes to business. Like, I don't know. Whenever I have friends and stuff, I really don't like make videos from now. Tell them like, oh, go to someone that's really not your friend, because you know once they come with friends and stuff, they want to free stuff just because they know each other and stuff like that. But like, you know.
Yeah. Luckily, all my good friends, they stopped hooping a long time ago, and they're trash now, so I'll never do mixtapes.
Yeah.
But like, I do. But like, you know, I'm friends with the coaches. I'm friends with a lot of the players here, and it's like, oh, can you make me a mix? Like, yeah, I want to make you a mix because I want you to get, you know, Laurier or McMaster or whatever the schools you're looking for are. But at the same time, it's like, I don't even have the guts to charge you the way I should be charged. Yeah. It's a whole complicated business. But I just know there's going to be a few people, I know there's going to be a few people watching that are looking to get into the stuff that we do.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I think they want to kind of, you know, run the crash course through our experiences, and it's, one, very expensive.
Right, yeah.
It's an expensive game. There's no money in it from, you know, I'd say the first 6 months, unless you're like goated with it.
Yeah, for real.
Unless you're making bangers right off the rip. But like, there's no money. You have to go. You have to seek out the opportunities yourself. You're not gonna get invited to anything.
Right. Yeah. You gotta just go and just reach out as much as you can. Really, just that connection, that networking is really important. Really, just that's the only way you gonna make stuff out of it. Because once people know who you are, that's when they start going up and stuff like that. Yeah.
So would you say the Pangos tournament was like your first major gig?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was like kind of like my first major thing. Then I went down to, I did another little major thing. I went down to Miami and like filmed Ray Allen and Son. It was like a camp.
You said I just did this little thing. You know, I went to Miami and filmed Ray Allen. Like, dude, I would, like, I'd punch Latham in the face right now to get that opportunity. That's a little opportunity. So you were at his house or just at the gym or?
Nah, at a gym. It was a camp. So Ray Allen pulled up. I was like,
how long ago was this? Sorry, I got questions.
This was May. So this is recently. Recently, yeah.
Can he still hoop right now?
Oh yeah.
He's good to go.
Good to go. He can shoot like crazy. Like he still got it. He still rides bike every day and like
get run every day. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he can get a 10 for sure in the league. He's still in shape.
But yeah, no, tell me. So Ray Allen.
So
did you get invited for that, or you just went out?
No, I got invited for that. So I started building my name up, and like the Pango stuff helped me out, and did a little AU tournament stuff, and I reached out. I reached out to the guy also, like just reaching out, networking. And he's like, oh yeah, man, come down there. And then when I got that, he's like, oh shoot, I forgot to tell you, Ray Allen is coming, the Sonny's coming also. I was like, oh really? So I was like, cool. He walked in the gym, had his hoodie on. You didn't want nobody to know that was Ray Allen. Yeah, the son. His son is a junior now, I believe. So I got down there, and I saw him trying to teach his son how to shoot the ball, and like I kind of filmed a little bit of that, and like he was just putting his son through a workout before the camp started.
So when you say a junior, like high school junior, or like he's just a young boy?
Oh, high school junior. He's a high school.
Oh,
junior.
So he's going through it right now.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna get there?
Yeah, he has potential. He has potential. Yeah, he just gotta just keep getting better. Really, just getting better. Yeah. So you put him through a workout. So I filmed him a little bit, and like the next day later, like I filmed Ray Allen, and I made his son a little mixtape. Next day later, I woke up, like I saw Ray posted a video. Also, I was like, wow,
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's so dope. What?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna take that in for a second. You had to go to Miami, shoot for Ray Allen. Any other opportunities you had like that since? Or?
There was another one. The big Pangos, like Pangos really big. I did another big Pangos with Jalen Doran, Keontae George.
We're talking about the college guys now.
Yeah, they're about to be. Keontae George about to be in college. Jalen Doran is playing in Memphis. Did some. I think there's a bunch of big names. I'm missing a couple. A lot of guys at I major. It was like a big tournament at Bengals. With Overtime Elite was there. Ballers Live was there. The G League Unite was there.
Yeah.
When the Overtime was trying to start that league or whatever, they were there. A bunch of NBA scouts was there. NBA GM was there. A bunch of coaches was there. It was called Penguins All American. It was like one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook went to that one growing up.
Yeah. No, the
Yeah.
Pango sounds like a dope opportunity. Like that's insane. But yeah, dude, so as this might be an asshole question, and I'm sorry in advance, but it's just something on my mind. So like, you've obviously created an amazing presence online, and like, so I guess is that what you want to pivot into after college, or do you have aspirations of playing pro yourself, or what's next for you after college?
Yeah, people always ask me this, but like my goal really is to play pro basketball. Like this was just a hobby, and it became just good. It became good, and I just I did it because I don't want to work in the summertime. I'm around basketball all year long. I don't want to like pick up a summer job or whatever. I get to like film basketball and be around basketball still. So that's why I really kind of did it, just to be around basketball 24/7 out the day, like whatever. Just working out or just being around basketball. Really, 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 my goal really is to play pro ball. Like, and if I'm not able to do so, probably like I'll stick going in the media way. But like my really goal is really to play pro ball first. Like that's
and you don't really promote yourself too much on your own massive platform. Like I know you have your personal in there, but like it could have been so easy for you to just have been like. Here's Paulo Banchero, and then also here's me.
I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Like, there's certain people too. Like, certain people ask me to post. I'm like, bro, I'm not. I've gotten to a point where like I just don't post anybody, even myself. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm not posting that shit. Like, I didn't do shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest with myself. Like, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Like, I'm not posting that. Like, that's not a good content worth posting. Like, just because it's me. Like, I'm the same way I'm with myself is the same way I'm with everybody. Like, I don't care because it's me. If it's worth posting good stuff, I'll post it. But if it's not, I'm not. Just because it's my brand, I'm not just gonna just post it. Just to advertise and stuff like that. And, I'm gonna keep it fair.
No, and that's probably the right and modest and humble way of doing it. But it is cool to recognize that you have those opportunities and that you've made something crazy successful. I'm happy for you that you've been able to do that. No, but yeah, that is a tough predicament. Like I never hooped like that, right? So I don't know what it's like to have like legit hoop dreams. I know that sounds gay. Probably cut that part out. But I know it sounds corny, right? Like you can't. You have aspirations to hoop, but then you also have the super tangible business opportunity beside you. So that's interesting. I'm gonna keep tabs on you, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you, my guy.
It's been cool. This is Steven. Go follow him on HighLevel. I mean, what's my 1,400 followers gonna help you out with, anyways? But like, he's doing dope stuff.
Anything counts.
He's doing cool things. He's hooping out here in Canada, and I'm excited to see how that path goes for you, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Appreciate you.
Easy. See you guys. Thanks.